Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. I make videos. So I feel weird making this video, like almost embarrassed, but okay, I shouldn't be. Okay. So today in this video I am going to pretty much be explaining what the title says, and that's why I decided to quit Disney and come home. If you have been following my journey for a while now, pretty much all I post about on YouTube is Disney and how I loved working for Disney and how much I wanted to continue to work for Disney and how I was excited to go back and fulfill my dreams of everything I wasn't able to achieve the last time I worked there when I did my college program. And now I'm telling you why, after being there for just a few months, why I decided that it wasn't for me. First of all, I just want to state before we get started in this video that I do not mean to offend anybody that works for Disney or wants to work for Disney, or especially anyone that is in entertainment. I am not making this video to offend anyone or to even discourage anyone from working for Disney or just from living their dream. That's not what I'm trying to do. But I know when I was going through a lot of emotions when I was in Florida by myself, I needed some type of guidance, and I needed someone to say, I've been there, I've done that. I needed just to hear someone's experience that experienced what I was going through. And hopefully if there's someone that's ever going through what I went through, you can look back on this video and you can relate, and you can know that you're not alone and that your feelings are totally fine to feel. You don't have to question the way that you feel, because your feelings matter and you matter. So please take this video with a grain of salt if you cannot relate. But like I said, I'm here for those of you who are going through a lot. Also, if you're not so much interested in this video, or if you're just interested in more of like a detailed version of what I'm going to be explaining today, I have a blog. I'll just leave the link down below. So if you have not followed me before, if this is the first video you're watching from me, I used to work for Disney. I was in the college program, and then I got rehired as an entertainment cast member. So I worked in entertainment both times I worked for Disney, and I was rehired and I moved down to Florida at the end of May of 2017. Oh, no. I moved down to Florida again for the second time this year, May of 2018. I moved back August 7th of 2018. So I was not there for long. Like I said, I was working in entertainment. This was my second time around, and with that I had a lot of expectations since I already had previous experience, and I had a lot of goals. And with it being something that I've already done, the excitement wasn't really like present. Like I wasn't really so much excited to like train or to like have my first day at work or to like earn my ears. I was more so excited to do something that I haven't done already with the company, like achieve other goals that I've always been passionate about, but like I wasn't able to fulfill them on my college program. So with that being said, pretty much as soon as I got there, I was able to see my scores. And if you're unfamiliar with what scores are, if you are a performer, at your audition, they score you. So you have, there's like two different scores you can get. You can get a dance score, and then you can get a like acting or like animation score. I'm still gonna try to keep character integrity as much as I can, but I don't know. So sorry about the lingo if you are unfamiliar with it. So each is based out of 5. So dance is out of 5 points, and animation is out of 5 points as well. And so that makes a total of 10 points. And with me, when I did my college program, I was a 9 out of 10. And this time around when I was rehired, I was also a 9 out of 10. So the higher ranked you are with your score, the more roles you can perform. So you can, sorry, it's weird to like not, I'm trying to keep the character integrity, so it's like, I'm trying to watch what I say. So the higher your score, the more things you can be trained in. So since I had a 9 out of 10, I could be performed for any dancing roles because I had like a high enough score for that. Since my dancing score was really high and so was my animation, I could be a character and I could also be a dancer in like shows and parades. And when you go onto like your little portal, they call it the hub, at Disney, you can look at your personal like eligibility, and I was able to be trained, and it would show you like the shows that you could be trained for in the parades, and it was really cool to see what I was able to be trained for. That was so exciting. It was so encouraging because like my dream shows were on there. I just couldn't I'd actually do them until I was trained. So you pretty much just sit around and you wait for a phone call for them to say, hey, like, you're gonna be trained for this show. And beside that, on my college program, I obviously lived in the college program sponsored housing. So I lived with a whole bunch of other college program kids, and so I met a lot of people that way. And I never like really felt like alone because I had 5 other roommates, and there was just college program kids everywhere, so everyone was like willing to meet each other and to hang out and do stuff. And when I got rehired, I basically, well, I didn't live on property, and I just lived in like a normal like housing complex, like apartment complex, with just like normal people, like people that have families and stuff. And I only had 2 roommates, which they were amazing, Heidi and my other roommate Lily. But it was just weird because I was like on the opposite side of Orlando. I lived in Davenport, and it was weird. Like it was so different because I felt like I didn't know anyone. I wasn't making any friends, because when you do work in entertainment, I don't know about any other roles, but at least entertainment, like I was working with different people every single day, and I would walk in and have to reintroduce myself, and I'm already a pretty quiet person. So it's hard for me to make new friends if I'm not in a consistent environment, and because I get really shy. And so meeting all these people were just like, it was very overwhelming, just because like I'm so shy, and I felt like I was in a room full of outgoing people, or just in a room full of people I couldn't relate to, or just like it got to the point where I was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna work with you tomorrow, so like what's the point? And that's not a good attitude to have, but I think I was just so upset with like Disney already that I just like didn't care about making friends. It was just too much. It started to affect me, not just physically, because the job is very physically demanding, but emotionally and mentally I was just like done. Like I just felt like I didn't matter. It did get to the point where I was getting really hurt, I was getting sick, and I had a lot of managers, and it's not all of them. There are some leaders and there are some managers and captains that are amazing, but there were certain managers that I had worked with that made me work with injuries, like made me go work with neck and back injuries, or made me go out when I was sick. Like they made me go perform when I was not feeling well or nauseous. And to me that's not safe, because the first thing that they teach you in training is that safety begins with you, and safety is the #1 key. But when I would complain about injuries or about, anything, or even if it was like thundering and lightning outside and we still had to go out and perform, we would we would voice our concerns and managers would say, yes, but the guests want to see you, but we don't want to ruin the guest's vacation, and we get that, but like if it's a safety thing, why do we not matter first? And I just felt like I wasn't a human at that point. I felt like it was just like on autopilot, and it was like, go out and do your job, go out and do your job. And I don't like that, because I think an employer should care about their employee first and not so much about the guests. I know the guests are paying money, but at the end of the day, we're the ones working, and we are gonna put out 110%, but only if we feel safe. And I don't wanna have lifelong injuries because of, you know, a shift. I had to go work this shift, and now I have a neck injury for the rest of my life. I just didn't agree with a lot of Disney's ways of treating their cast members. The next thing I want to discuss is mental health, because I think that this is so important for anybody who is watching this, or just anyone in general. Mental health is something that I didn't even realize was actually a thing. Like I obviously knew that mental health was important, but I had no idea how much mental health came into play with things in your daily life constantly. And I had no idea that my job with Disney was literally eating away at my mental health. I stopped looking at myself as a person who mattered. I stopped looking at myself as a person who had feelings. I just stopped looking at myself as a person altogether, because that's how I felt, and it sounds dramatic. My anxiety was and is super like out of control. Like I could not control my emotions, I could not control my feelings, I could not control anything, and I still feel like I'm like that. My anxiety now is still really bad, and you know, it just took a huge toll on me. And I just want people to know, if you're watching this and if you're in a situation that does not make you happy, you need to take yourself out of it, because you are more important. Trust me, you are. I love Disney just because of how it was making me feel, and it wasn't making me happy, so I needed to pull myself away from the situation before things got worse. I could have stayed and I could have seen the possibilities and the opportunities that Disney would have led to me eventually, but I just felt like it wasn't right for me, and I just felt like I just, something was telling me to leave. So I did, and I felt like working at Disney this last time was good closure. I really don't know what to say, but I felt like I should put something on YouTube and let you guys know. Yeah, I don't want to sit here and say that I'm gonna continue to film and like be consistent, because right now I just feel like I'm not at a place where I can, right now I just don't feel like I'm at a place where I can just commit to this, I guess. It's I think YouTube is a big commitment, and right now I'm just trying to like focus on myself and just give myself time to cope with everything that's happened. Again, I know this all sounds dramatic, but like it was a lot. It was something I wasn't expecting in my life, and yeah. If you are interested in really hearing a little bit further more and like raw detail of why I left Disney, please read my blog. I felt like that was a little bit more heartfelt, and it was easier for me to write than it is for me to talk. But I just wanted to come on here and just let you guys know what was going on. And yeah, so hopefully I will see you guys soon. Please subscribe if you want. So yeah, please read my blog. That'd be amazing, because it's a lot better than this. I planned on saying a lot in this, and now now that I'm in front of the camera, I don't know what to say. But yeah, all's good. It'll all be good. No worries. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!